Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, hello, all. Good evening. Give me a second. Hello, all. Good evening. You all can hear me, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I see some familiar faces. Hi, Nita. Yeah, good to see you. Advay, good evening, boy. So I saw your program on Python on password, right?
yeah.
Oh, password. Yeah, I saw. Very good.
Thank you.
And hi, Aishwarya. Hi, La, Aditya, Sudarshan. So
I
Sudarshan.
finished the two projects of last code camp.
Okay, good to hear that actually. So you were very interested in the when we carried out the HTML and other stuff, right?
Yeah,
So that's actually that could be useful to you. That could be very much useful, like in this session. So Sudarshan, how about your sister?
Yeah, I'm also joining as well.
Yeah, she's joining, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, hi Neha.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm Sneha speaking.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Okay,
Hello, sir. Good evening. I'm actually new to
Aditya.
this.
Yeah,
I'm
Aditya,
actually
hi.
new to this.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, Aditya, good to see you here, and you are quite performing well in your classes, right? Your college already done well.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, good to hear that. Okay, so we'll proceed. Okay, I think we all have our friends here. So basically, let me start my screen. Okay. It's in the phone. Yeah, it's there and in the WhatsApp. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Yeah, basically this course, right? I'm going to talk like what could be the course contents, and then you may have attended the first class. This is the first class for everyone, and Advay was actually Advay Sudarshan have started from the last year actually. So after 1 year again, I'm seeing them, and so last time I was teaching mentoring HTML, and yeah, once again some more additions are there. Some more people are coming. Okay, Hasini. Yeah, hi Hasini. Hasini is also new. Last year she was here actually. So Hasini was also here, and everyone were excited, too much excited. So whatever we learned in the last year, right, like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, that is a front end part, the designing part. Now we are looking at the Java Foundation course. So I'll tell you what I'm going to explain in Java, what are all the details contained in the presentation and all, right? So you may have some confusion, like why Java? So what is there in Java? What we need to learn Java? So I'm going to explain you from the basics. What I'm going to explain in Java and all, like it's like for the beginners. So whoever wants to get into the IT industry, or whoever wants to know what is programming, they can start with this actually. So as a basic, so this course will help you all in adapting to programming languages. Okay, so let's start the class, and then I'm going to explain one by one, like whatever we are going to see here. I'm going to explain. Okay, yeah. So first slide is about the Java. We are going to learn Java from the basics. From the basics, those who are with programming knowledge or without programming knowledge, they just start with this one. Okay. Now, so today we are going to discuss about all these things. Okay. So this is my agenda for today. What topics I'm going to talk today. Okay, the session will be carried out for 1 year exactly, one hour, exactly 1 hour, and we'll cover all these items. Okay. So basically, I'm going to explain my introduction first, and then I'll take your introduction as well. So to understand you better and your requirements. And next, I'll give you why you need to learn Java. So this is a learning objectives. What is your objective of learning Java? So, and next one is I'll explain scope in industries. So what are all the areas that Java is being used. So I'm going to explain that, and then some practice related content. I'm going to tell some more content on how to practice and then what to practice and all. And next is future is data. Future is data is when you question yourself why data, why Java. So data comes into picture. So data comes into picture. There could be many kinds of data, like image data, and then image is one kind of data. The text format and audio files, video files. All these contents are called as data. Okay. So this data is very useful for future. I'm going to explain in subsequent sessions. Okay. So next is you have to build your basics very strong. So okay, basics are very important. Okay, you have to build your foundation very strong, so that in the next level will be very easy for you. Okay, it would be a cakewalk if you learn the basics very strong. And I'm going to explain some of the software tools that you need to be working from today. So what tools you'd be using and all, I'm going to explain. And I'm going to help you in setting up your development environment, how to write programs. And the last part is you have to train your brain. So train your brain means train the with some patterns, some kinds of patterns that we use in the Java, right? So okay. So this is my introduction. So I'm Gopal Krishna Mone. So I'm here because I love mentoring. Okay, so I love this. That's why every few months, right? I get into this, and then I share my knowledge, whatever I gained in the industry. I'm going to explain it to all my students. And I'm in the IT industry for around 18 years now. It's almost 18 years now. And I have worked on multiple projects, multiple projects, around 30 plus projects. Okay. Yeah. Next thing is I know some of you, I did not add some of your names. So I want you all to introduce yourself so that, we get familiarized with ourselves in the subsequent classes, and then we can work together. Yeah, let's start with the names here, and then later we'll, okay. So I have the participant list here. So I'm going to read out, then introduce yourself, okay? So the first comes Aishwarya.
Hello everyone, I'm Aishwarya. I'm a student of class 9.
Okay, next, Aditya. Aditya G.
Hello everyone. My name is Aditya. I've just finished my college and currently serving my NS.
Okay, good. And next comes Advai.
Hello everyone. I am Adrian. I am in 6th grade, and I learned Python also, and I worked on multiple projects in Python.
Okay, next comes Hasini.
I am Hasani. I'm currently secondary 2, going to secondary 3.
Okay, good. And next comes Ila.
Hello, I'm Ila. I'm Sec 1.
Okay, good. Next, Rohan.
Hello everyone, my name is Moniron Krishna and I'm from class 6 in DPS International School.
Okay, good. So next comes Nikhil.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Nikhil and I'm part of one organization working now. Looks like I'm the old guy here.
Yeah, good. So Nikhil is getting into Java. So he's looking for, beginner classes for Java. So he's part of this. And next, Sneha. Hello. Sneha.
Hi, yeah. My name is Neha. I'm in my first year of college. And previously, for my college, I've learned basic C programming. So, and I've done a little bit of HTML and CSS in the past. And yeah, I'm open to learning new things. So I'm here.
Okay, good to hear, Neha. Yeah, and Sharmi.
Hi, I am Sharmila. I am a homemaker. I wanted to learn Java. That's why I'm joining.
Okay, and Shirley.
I am Shirley Nisha. I have completed my degree.
Okay, good. Yeah, good to hear you all. So, anyone missed out? Avita.
I missed out.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. My name is Sudarshan, and I'm in grade 8. I want to learn Java because Java is in Minecraft.
Okay, so and next one is Avita. Okay, fine. Fine, yeah. So let's go to the next slide, and it's good to see you all. Yeah. Okay. Now learning objectives. So basically, if you're learning Java, right? So why Java? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. So basically, with my experience and knowledge, so I'm going to give you some high-level items. So this class, why this course will help you all. So if you are looking for a long-term career path, right? So getting into the IT industry, and you want to work in multiple technologies, then this would be the foundation actually. So whatever you learn here, so the next subsequent technologies will be very, very simple for you all. Okay, and it would be easy as doing day-to-day activities. So the experience that you can build is like you code once and run directly. So that kind of experience you need to get. Okay, next thing is the technology is very, very easy. Not many people say like it's too much complicated, but it's not at all. The only thing you need to do is remember the keywords. So whatever keywords are there in Java, you just have to remember and train your brain. So you have to start practicing and remembering the patterns. Okay, and so Java is like widely expanded into the industries, widely expanded, and many of the companies, many of the organizations are using the Java as their one of their technology in their departments. There are a lot of applications I'm going to explain in the next slide. And using Java, right, you have to write the simple programs to improve your logical and critical thinking. So like very simple use case is you write your name and try to write a program to reverse your name and then write it. So like if you see my name as Mone, then okay, give me a second. Somebody is joining, they got disconnected. Okay, so writing your name in a reverse order, this is a very simple use case, but it needs a lot of thinking. It's not as simple as simply write in one line of statement, but the APIs, the methods, the functions that are available in Java will help you to write in a single line. Okay, I'm going to explain those things in the subsequent classes. And the programming is like the brain boosters. So those who like to face the challenges, right? So they have to start boosting your brains by writing a lot of programs actually. So this should be the main attitude when you want to when you are learning a new technology, or when you are getting into the industry, and if you don't have any knowledge, you should love to learn. So then only you can take it forward. Okay, now this comes into the areas where Java is spread across. Okay, so using Java, what you can do is, like, there are multiple areas. You can build web applications, you can build enterprise applications, desktop UI applications. There are big data technologies that you can use Java as a part of the writing the programs. And J2ME trading application. J2ME is like mobile. So, and trading applications, software software tools. Yeah, if you are writing your own software tools, right? So product-based companies, there are some product-based companies where you can build using the Java. And server applications are like examples, or WebLogic, or WebSphere. So they are all server applications. And embedded systems is like when a simple example is you have your washing machines at home, right? So it's like there is a chip inside, so the chip is built in embedded system. So in that electronic devices also you can write Java programming. And web application servers, mobile applications, and then so the rocket scientific application is nothing but you can use Java everywhere. Actually, most of the areas, right, Java is used. Okay, I'll give you the basics, like to write the program, simple programs. That should be the basic thing that you need to train first. Okay, next thing is, like whenever you find your time, free time, I suggest you all practice in your free time. Okay, so this should be the main thing to train yourself, okay, to remember. So when you practice, you'll remember. Fine. And try to write simple programs, like addition of numbers, 2 numbers, addition of 3 numbers, and then string operations. Okay, and decimal numbers printing and all, like there is some kind of logics. There are a lot of logics actually. So you can start building your own take a simple use case, try to work on the programs. Okay, building the programs. And while writing the program, right, you need to always keep in mind best standards. So there are some standards to be followed while writing the code. So I'm going to explain that part also. I'm going to explain in that what best practices that you need to follow. Okay, so example, there is the next point is implementing the same logic in multiple ways. So I told you, like one use case, right, printing your name in a reverse order. So this can be implemented in multiple ways. So you take character by character and then store it in one array and then print it in reverse order. So that is one way. You can directly use the API which is available, .reverse. So it will reverse and then immediately it will print. So there are multiple ways. If you need to learn, you have to try multiple ways of implementing the same logic. Okay, and within this group, I suggest you all make friends, and then try to form a group and try to build the programs, okay, for yourself. When you start building programs together, that's where you learn the team playing, actually, within the team, how you can mold yourself. So that you'll learn. Right, that's part of it. Now, as I told you, future is the data, right? So next generation, what's going to happen is artificial intelligence, right? So artificial intelligence, what it needs? Basically, artificial intelligence needs the data. So what kind of data it needs? It needs the text form of data, it needs the numerical form of data, it needs the image form of data to identify the patterns in the data, to suggest what exactly could happen. Like if you take an example of trading applications, so trading applications will have their own capability of predicting the things. So it's not 100% predictions. So the applications will predict up to 60 to 75% correction. So with 60 to 75% predictions, right? So they will see the trend actually, in which trend the the markets are going. So based on the trends, they will change the patterns, they'll change the investment patterns. So this is all the data that we need it for future. So that's why that data can be in any format. So we will learn what kind of data that we are going to use, like string and text and numbers and file operations. So we will be learning all those things. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the building your basic strong. So this, as I told you, so the foundation, if it is strong, then the next path would be a cakewalk for you. So you need to have a strong foundation so that you can build the complex system. So the next level of building the complex systems will be very easy for you to understand. Okay, and that's why I always suggest to practice. Always practice whenever you find some free time. Okay, and when you have a strong foundation, right, so you'll be unique among the people, right? So there are 10 people, and when you have a strong foundation, you have the skills, so you look unique among the team. And as part of this course, right, so I'm going to explain the syntactical form of representing the statements. So how your program to be run. So what kind of program is that, and how you want your program to be run. So I'm going to explain that syntactical notations and data types. So data types is like what I just said. So data can be string, data can be numbers, data can be decimal form, data can be image, data can be files. So we will be seeing, like, what types of are available in Java. And loops is nothing but looping techniques. So if you want to do the same thing again and again, so then we will use the loopings. Okay, I'm going to explain that part also. And methods, classes, yeah, these are very important in Java. So what is method? Method, we call it as functions also. Sometimes we call it as function, sometimes we call it as method. So both are same. So you just think both are same. And classes are like objects. Okay, I'm going to explain why how the classes are written. And in the end of the sessions, end of the course, I'm going to explain like file operations and exceptions. Okay, exceptions are nothing but like you have written a program, okay, and your program is not working in a way that it is supposed to be, then it will throw an exception. Okay, so when it throws an exception which you didn't predict, then those are all called as exceptions, and we will have to handle those exceptions. Okay, I'm going to explain how to handle that. Fine. So for you to start with, right, this is an important slide for you all. So first thing that you need is like for software tools. So what kind of software tools that we need for this course is either IntelliJ IDEA or Eclipse IDE. So one or two, either one or two is enough. Okay, so before this you need to have a personal computer or laptop, anything will do. So it's tough to write programs on iPad or mobile phone. So always try to use computer or laptop. Okay, I'm going to explain explain like how you want to how you can install IntelliJ. So IntelliJ, go for community edition. Okay, try to download IntelliJ IDEA, a community edition. So I have given a link here. I've given a link here. Let me open it and show it to you. Okay, this is the IntelliJ website, and it is from JetBrains. Okay, so here this is the community edition. So in community edition of IntelliJ, you go down, either you use zip or exe. I suggest to use zip only. Okay, because exe will install in the C program file. So I always suggest to use .zip and then install in D drive projects, and then create your own folder name and install inside that. Just unzip it. Unzip will do. Okay, so it will download something like this, and then you can save as and then unzip it. Okay, next is Eclipse. So if you're using IntelliJ, Eclipse is not needed. Okay, so if you're using Eclipse IDE, IntelliJ is not needed. But both of these ideas are being used across industries, across companies. So many of the developers, right, Java developers will use Eclipse IDE as well as IntelliJ. IntelliJ looks, professional actually. Some Eclipse IDE is like open source. So many of the people who want to build their code, right? So they don't want to go for paid versions. So they just built the, contributed the code building, and then they came up with Eclipse. So I suggest IntelliJ IDEA. Okay, try to download IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition. And JDK 1.8 is very important. So if you don't have JDK in your laptop or computer, so you won't be able to learn anything. So what you do is you just install this by using this link. I've given you the link here. Just click on this link. It will take you to the site. Okay, it asks for cookie usage, and then so here is the links. Actually, you see which laptop are you using or which computer you are using. Based on that, you try to download. So if you are using Windows, right, use the Windows 64-bit. Okay, if your laptop or computer is 32-bit, right, you use this version. So mostly nowadays advanced laptops, right, so mostly it would be 64-bit only. You try to install this or zip format. Okay, these are all older versions, so I suggest to use I'll share you the exact link. Okay, .211 is the one which you can use any versions actually, but to be specific, everyone to be on the same page, right, I suggest to use only one link. So I'll send you the link, okay, in the WhatsApp, so that we all can set it up. Fine. So if any of you need help in setting up, right, so just check with me after this call. So just ping me, whoever needs help. You just tell me like, I need help on setting up, I'll help you out. Okay, next. Okay, IntelliJ looks like this when you install the IntelliJ, right? So this is what we call it as development environment. So all the Java programmers, right, will be using this IntelliJ. And Advay, you remember PyCharm you use, right?
Yeah.
PyCharm is also similar to this actually. It's from the same JetBrains.
Yeah.
So it would be easy for you actually, like when you have already worked on PyCharm.
Yeah, I work on PyCharm.
Yeah, good. And fine. So this is the IntelliJ. So this is the program that I wrote it. Okay, so the program looks like this. The program looks like this. I'll explain in the next slide. Okay, so train your brain. So train your brain is nothing but, you need to train your brain. How? This pattern. This pattern. Give me a second. Okay, so I want you all to practice this program. Remember, memorize. Okay, package. So you can give this com.ipasmo.programs, right? You can give any kind of name. Okay. So remember, do you have any doubts? You just let me know. Package is the first statement. The first statement in any Java program. So if you are writing the Java program, the first line of code, so will be package. So Hasini, what would be the first line of code in HTML? You remember? Advay, you remember?
Doc type HTML.
Exactly. HTML has got doc type. So that's the first line of first line statement in the HTML. Okay, so in Java, package. So what is this package? Package is nothing but I am residing in this folder. So the main program, right? The main program says whatever the class you are writing here, right? This class is part of this folder, com, IPASMO and programs. So within the programs folder, IPASMO main is the class which is residing inside these programs. Okay. Now, once you remember this first line, right? Then comes the class name. So you have to specify the class and its name. So whatever you see in the white color, right? So white color is like, your own custom. So we have to write in our own way. So you can give any name. Okay, this part is like you can give any kind of names. Okay, the orange one that you see here are called as keywords. Keywords, exactly. So Java remembers these keywords. Okay, Java always remembers these keywords. Whatever you write, it doesn't remember in white color one, but you have to give, you have to tell your Java how to remember the class. Okay, I'm going to explain that part also. And when you start a Java program, right? Okay, before that, so what is the first line of statement in program, Java program?
To write the package.
Package, correct. So package name is package is a keyword, and you have to give a space and then the package name. Package name, correct. I'm going to tell you like how we write this. Okay, and then public is the public is nothing but who you want to give access to. So I'm going to explain the meaning. When you write the program, I'll explain that part. So now you just remember this is a template. Okay, this is the template, and if you remember this template, then whole thing that you need to do is write the logic inside this main function. Okay, so like if you see the previous slide, right? So whatever logic I have written here, right, it's all in the main function. Okay, so this is what you need to practice. The first line and the 10th line here, 11th line here, and ending 20 and 21. So these you must remember. Okay, that which is here. So next class, right? So I'll ask you all like how to write a class. So you should be able to write this part. Okay, and memorize this. Practice 10, 15 times, 20 times, for whatever is possible for you. You practice that many times. This template. Okay, practicing is very important of this template so that you'll not remember. But IntelliJ has got intelligence in it. I will show you like how it will help us.
Sir, is Java case sensitive?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a case sensitive. So whatever case you have written, it will only understand that. So it doesn't understand if you change the case. So which we'll see in the program. When I write the program, you'll see. So basically, whatever I have written down right here. So you need to memorize these things: package, public, class, static, void. So these you must memorize instead of remembering word by word, right? So I suggest you all to remember this template. Okay, so I'll ask Sudarshan. I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
So can you tell me the template structure for HTML? What is the template that you write for HTML?
Exclamation mark doc type HTML.
Right. Okay.
And then it's HTML.
Right.
And then it's head. And then you write the thing. And then body. And then
right.
Thing,
exactly. Perfect. Yeah, good to see that you still remember. So do you practice that still?
Yes, I do.
Very good. Very good. So now you have to slightly get into Java side. So this is where the backend programming is called as. So when you are working on Java, right, it is like backend programming. When you are working on UI, right, UI consists of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So all this part is called UI. So we say it as front-end development. Okay, front-end developers. So those who work on HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, they're all front-end developers. Those who work on Java, right, they're all back-end developers. Those who work on both, what do you call them? Any idea? Any idea?
Developer.
No, you have to add a statement full stack developer. So those who knows front end, those who knows back end, those who knows the database part, right? So they all these things, together called as the person who is working on all these technologies are basically called as full stack developers. Okay, so now if you know the front end part, you are the front end developer. So now you will be learning the Java. So it comes to back end developers now. Okay, now fine. So this is what I wanted to tell you in the program just now in some time now. So I'm going to tell you some IntelliJ shortcuts, how you are going to use the shortcuts, and what are all the Java keywords, basic keywords that we start with, whatever we are starting today, right? So let me explain that part. And program template. So program template, do you remember, any of you remember program template?
Yeah.
Okay, can tell me.
First, we need to write the package.
Okay.
And the space package name semicolon, and then after the next line we need to write public, like the main structure.
Okay, cool. Class, public class, and the class name.
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing you no need to remember. Main you no need to remember, but I'll tell you the shortcut way. So let's get into the IntelliJ. Okay, I'll close it. I'll open it from the beginning so that you'll come to know. Okay, you all can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have created my own package here. Also, all the daily used applications, I put it here. So here, see here, we have a PyCharm as well. Okay, next NGINX. We learned this NGINX server last year. Okay, and yeah, I'm going to find. Okay, yeah, IDLC. Yeah, this is the IntelliJ version which I downloaded. Okay, so I downloaded this last year. So I'm going to open it. So IntelliJ looks like this while starting. It is from the JetBrains.
It looks like PyCharm only.
Yeah. So basically today, right, I want you all to download IntelliJ and practice the template, what I'm going to teach now. Okay. Okay. So the IntelliJ contains the menu items here. So I want to create a new project. So I go here, project. I'm going to create a new project. So mine is Java, right? Select Java. Click on next. So I don't have any template. So I click on next. Okay, this is the place where my projects are remaining. Okay, so what shall we name our project name? I'll be pasting all the programs here. Okay, Java Mines, and this is the source code is my parent folder where all the source codes will be there. So I'll just mention it as 20. Okay, I'll do it here. 2021. Okay. Oh yeah, it took the wrong path. Projects, source code. Okay, click on OK. I want to open it in a new window or current window. So there is a pop-up here. You just open a new window. Okay. Now you see the basic project structure will be like this. It doesn't contain anything. Okay. So always it contains SRC. SRC is nothing but the source. So how does it look like in the folder also? I'll show you so that you'll get okay. Projects, source code. So here we just created this Java Mines, right? So Java Mines is here. See, this is how it looks in the folder. Okay, and it has always contains the SRC folder and it is empty. So now we are going to build the content here. Okay, so first thing is to create the package. Sorry. So first step is create the package. Okay, how to create a package? So you know the source, right? Source is nothing but all your source code will be inside the SRC folder only. Okay, SRC is nothing but source. So right click on this, go to new, and then Java class. Okay, click on this Java class. So you are going to create a Java class. So forget about other things. Okay, forget about other things. Go to new and then Java class. Click on the Java class. So where you do it in the SRC folder. Okay, right click on the SRC, go to new, go to Java class, click on this. So what do you want to create? I'm going to name the class as addition. Okay, addition of I name it as just addition main, or you can mention like service or addition application. So it's up to you, whatever name you want to give, you can just give it. I just mentioned addition app. Okay, so now I want to give addition app for my class name, and I'll select the class here. Okay, go to this class, and then by as soon as you click double click on the Java class, right? So it will create .java with .java extension. Okay, the file name is addition app.java, and you see public class addition app. So you see what is missing here? Advay, can you tell?
Package.
Package. So we forgot to create what? Package, right?
Yeah.
So we don't have a package. You see, where is this one created? This app is created directly in the SRC, right? We don't want it this way. So what I do, I right click and then delete. So if you want to delete any file, right, you just right click on it and then use delete, or just keyboard delete will do. Okay, click on the delete. So you can just try to see if you want to save delete, you can just save delete. When you start practicing that, you'll come to know. Okay, so now the file is deleted. What is the first thing we need to do? Create the package. So go to new. What we need to create? Package. So this is how we create the package. Click on this. So package is nothing but creating the folder. Okay, package is nothing but creating the folder. So creating the folder in a structured way. Structured way. That's the best practice. So what is the structured way? So let's see. We are a company, okay, or in Singapore. I just give my package as Singapore company, and the company name is iPasmo, and then I give controllers or main or app, anything that you can name. So app up to here. So
This
how many
part
folders?
is not necessary until we have an actual domain.
Actual folder. If you already have a folder here, right? You don't need to have it, but we call in Java as package. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many folders are here? Can anybody tell? How many folders are we creating now?
1.
No, it is 4 folders. Right. Who was that? Who said 4?
Anita Kafa.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah. Fine. So, oh, where are we? We went again missing. So package sg.com iPasmo and then application. Okay, I'm just press on enter. You see here, this is the package representation in Java, how it is shown. So if you see it in the folders, let's go and see. In the SRC, right? First SG is created, and then COM will be created, and then iPasmo is created, and then app is created. So 4 different folders are created. So in Java, we represent the folders, subsequent folders from the source, right, are called packages from reference from the source. Okay, so now in this package, I'm going to write a program. What program? Program is nothing but a class. So write a new Java class. So how to create a class? Can anybody tell?
Right click on the folder, then press new and
Correct.
Java class.
New and then Java class. So now you give addition. No need to give app here. No need to give app here, okay? Because the main folder is of the parent folder is already app. So I will not give app here. So just click on this and then select this class. Double click on this. So now the package will automatically be appearing here. Okay, now what is this class? What is this class? Class is nothing but, you know, it contains the function. It contains the functions, or you want to write any build the programs, right? So you'll build the logic in the functions or methods. So I'll explain that. So this is how the class looks like. You must remember this package and then public class addition. So now we got the class name, right? So now anybody remember the main function, how to write?
Public static main void.
Main
Void.
So I don't know, I forgot already. I forgot
No.
already. I forgot already, you see? So if I don't know, right, what I should do? Because being a Java developers, right, we cannot keep everything in our memory, right? So what we have is the IntelliJ provides the best way of writing programs. So context help. I will not use this because I am an advanced developer. What I will do is I'll just write main, and you see main is already here declared. Just double click on that. It will give you the whole program already. Understood, right? So this is what shortcuts are called as. So if I no need to remember this every time. I no need to remember. I just use main and then enter. Do you recognize something? I just type main, and then here it shows red.
It is not a keyword.
It's not a keyword, right? So press Control and space. So this is one more shortcut. Control space. So I hope some of you are taking the notes. So that would be easy, but still, you know, I'll give the shortcuts link also, how to use the shortcut link. Press Control space. If you press control space, it will give you help. The IntelliJ will help you with the context help. So this is what called as context help. So Java programmers, we need not remember most of the things. Most of the keywords also we don't remember. Only 1 or 2 characters is sufficient to remember. So just double click on this and the function will be defined automatically. But one more thing you remember here. See here, the indentation. Indentation is also very important in Java, the best practice. I say this is the best practice of indentation. Indentation means what? I give 4 spaces, enter. So automatically the cursor comes by giving 4 spaces. So just give, it will give like, the closing tag already took the 4 spaces here. When I write here something, right? So you should give proper indentation. Press the tabs. Then it comes here. Okay, from here, you have to write the statements, Java statements. Okay, so practice this part as a first basic lesson. Okay, now we have another 7 minutes. So I'm going to show you some basic things here. Okay, so what I'm going to show you here is Hasini, do you remember if I want to write comment the code, so what should I do in HTML? Hasini, are you there?
An exclamatory mark.
Okay, exclamatory and then hyphen hyphen, and then this is the HTML, right? This is the comments in HTML, right? So the same thing in Java is written as // Remember this. This is a // is nothing but comment.
Is this a single line comment?
Yes, this is a single line comment. Very good. You still remember that. So if I want to write multi lines, what should I do?
Backslash, then
No. Okay, I'll tell you. Give // give this statement, asterisk, and then press, and then you see. Okay, so these are, I entered some text here. If you want to comment out some lines, right? Using documentation, what you do? // give an asterisk and come back, give asterisk again first, and then close the // close with // So this is what called as multi-line comments, or mainly basically we call it as documentation comments. Okay, now every time I don't want to type this part, right? So IntelliJ provides me with the best way of doing the documentation. Press // give double asterisk, press enter. This is documentation comment. Okay, now so here if you give single asterisk here, right, this is not documentation comment, this will be multi-line comment. Okay, and suppose if you do here // then it is called single line comment. Okay, you understood, right? Any doubts here? Any of you have any questions here?
Actually, what is the purpose of the documentation comment?
Exactly, documentation comment looks similar to this one, right?
Yeah,
that's the right question actually, you see here. So I will use numbers as another class. Now I write here main. So addition A is equal to, I'm a Java programmer, right? So what I do is I create an object like this, but I don't know what it does. So when I click on this, right? So yeah, basically, one second. So whatever you type here, right, it should come as a documentation help. So how? When you mouse over on it, okay, when you are typing on this one, right? So it actually, gives a comment, the context help, what this class does. Okay, maybe in subsequent classes, I'll explain that, because here we still did not build up the code, right? So once we build up the code, then, it would be easy to just, on mouse over, it will explain like, what exactly this class does. Something like this. A pop-up is coming, right? So something like that, it will appear. Okay, I'll explain that part later. Okay. Now just remember, for now, it's a single line statement is represented by double forward slash, and multi-line will be like, forward slash asterisk and asterisk forward slash, and documentation comment is nothing but it's a documentation. So when I generate the documentation for this project, right? So in that project, it will give you with the with these comments actually. So as an example, I can show you in here actually. Java API 8. Okay, I just give. This is the best way. Okay, I should have done this. So here it will explain like, what this class does. So whatever explanation is written here, right? So all this explanation will be written in the documentation comments. So that way we can easily see actually. So you see here, constructs a string buffer initialized to contents of specified string. So these are all like, help to the Java developer when somebody are using the same program, right? So it will appear actually. So that would be easy for them to remember. If you see an example of declaring A is equal to
Semicolons is important in Java.
yes, semicolon are very important in Java. Okay, you see here, this is all called as Java documentation. So this is actually written in Java API. So what this string does is all written here. This is the documentation. So here we actually some of this part will include the HTML also. You see, these are the HTML tags, right?
Yeah.
So these HTML tags means, whenever you generate the documents like this, right? Some items are bold. You see here, character sequence is there, right? So it is in different text, right? So how that is displayed using these tags, actually, some of these tags. Fine. Yeah. So basically, what I wanted to explain here is, so documentation comments are mainly used for the programmers to understand what exactly the class does. Okay, what is this class does? That you have to write it here. So how? I'll just write it here. Just double click, it will auto close actually, no, auto close. And now this is a class for adding two numbers. So those who come and see this class, right, so they will immediately understand, okay, this is why this class is used for addition. And then you can say that who has written this class. So you can use author @ So you should use annotation author and give your name, like something like this. So for the next developer, right, whoever picks this, they'll come to know, okay, by looking at this class, what it does, they'll come to know. Yeah. So this is this is a program. Basically, you know, Java program is written like this, and this is the template only. I explained only the template. I did not get into the details. Okay, I'd be explaining all the details in the subsequent classes. But for as part of this first class, so I want you all to install the IntelliJ and practice this part first. Okay, practice this part. So you must practice this part, and I'll give you one for practicing, right? I'll give you one tip also. Remember this: system.out.println. Print next line or print in the same line. So you just select this system.out.println. What it does is it will print whatever you specify in the double quotes. So you create a double quotes here and you say my first class. Okay, my first Java class, and save the file. Always you remember, must save. And after saving, what you need to do, how to run this program. Right click and then see here, run addition.main. So main is the function which this class always refers to. Okay, so just click anywhere in the page, right click, and then go to run, click on this. So when you click on that, it will build actually in the back end. So after building, you see here, this is where the output comes. You see my first class. This is the statement. Whatever you print, it will come here. So you can play around. Suppose you don't remember this, right? After today, you don't remember this. Okay, what you need to do? IntelliJ provides shortcut keys, right? So yes, OUT, system out. So just see here, yes, OUT, and then click on enter. It will write it for you. And you just need to focus on double quotes and then add hyphens here. Okay. And I don't want to copy, I don't want to type everything again. I'll just copy paste. So this is the starting, ending, and then I give this, give some spaces, put the spaces, and then delete this. Name something like this, okay? And then, so now I don't want to run using this right click, run command. I don't want to use this. So what I do, I want to use Control Shift F10. This is one shortcut. Remember this, Control Shift F10. So how will you remember all the shortcuts? By practicing. If you don't practice, you will not remember at all. Okay, Control Shift and then F10. So you see it is building down, parsing Java, and then you can see the output over here. You see output is printed here. So you can play around like this. Okay, for today's class, I suggest you all to practice this only. Okay, don't get into much details, you'll forget. So basic details is sufficient. for today. Okay, you can type anything if you want to add asterisk or any symbols. So you can just Control Shift. You have to no need to save file also, because IntelliJ has got a built-in capability of saving the file before operations. So it will save auto saving. Yeah, it will auto save. Okay, so you can see the output here. Fine. I want you all to practice this part. Okay, remember this, practice this. Remember this, practice this. So today you just focus only on yes out. Yes out. Okay. First thing what you need to do before coming to the next class is I'll tell you first one. Okay, let's write multi-line comments. Okay, this is multi-line comments, right? So first point, install IntelliJ. Okay. Second thing, install JDK 1.8. Okay. Third one, create the package. Sorry, before creating the package, create the project. Which project? Java project. And what's the fourth point? Create the package by right clicking on the SRC folder. Okay, next one, fifth comes creating the class with your own name. So you define anything with your own defined name. Okay, and then sixth one, you just practice using yes out, which is system.out.println. You try to see what is the difference between println and print.
I think I know.
Okay, yeah, good. So you see here, if you forget anything, right, you go to the dot, press Control space, and it will help you. The IntelliJ will help you with the functions that it contains. So whatever functions are there, right, so it will help you. In the system class, you can see what functions are available. Go after dot, you press Control and space. You'll see the names actually. Okay, and after this, practice the shortcut keys. Eighth one, after practicing the shortcut keys, what you can do? Practice writing the class template structure without remembering. Okay. Yeah. So I'll post you all with these statements. Okay. So then you can practice for all these things and then come up in the next class. And I want you all to actually, post the questions in the WhatsApp group that I have created, right? So if any of you are not part of the WhatsApp group, you just message me. Okay. I will add you all. I'll add you all, and then any questions you need to post. Okay. So next class we'll make it more interactive. Okay. So first class I just wanted to give you idea of how Java works and why Java and all. Yeah. So now we learned something like how to write to console, how to install the IntelliJ, and then this once you are ready with this, right? This is like a basic thing. So now you'll start becoming the programmer, actual programmer. Okay. So any questions? So if you still have any questions, you post it on the WhatsApp group. Okay, I'll reply to all your questions.
I actually have a general doubt. Like,
yes, Aditya.
I'm gonna use all this like after 1.5 or 2 years. So is it actually productive for me to take this class currently, or maybe after 1.5 years?
No, I suggest practice now. So if you practice now, what will happen is there are many. Life is like learning, always learning. The next level would be like a lot of complex things would be coming up.
No, so because I don't stay much at home, basically. That's why.
Okay, but as and when you get time, right, you practice. That's what I suggest. Because if you ask me, right, now what I usually do in my office is I close my eyes and then I type the program. and I'll not even see like, whether it runs properly or not, because that's the level of confidence that you will get. So if you want to get that kind of confidence, right, write once, and then you need not test also. You will be sure that the program is going to work. How? When you practice more. But I suggest to practice, Aditya. Okay, whether it is now or later, but I suggest today. Start now. Instead of today, I'll suggest to start now if you have some time. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So because there are other technologies also after Java, right? Because the industry, right, IT industry is like changing every few years. The trend changes. So last time it was JSP and servlets. Whatever you learned in JSP and servlets, I forgot or I lost actually. That's no more used at all. I was working in struts. Struts was after a few years it was nowhere used. I learned Spring MVC. It is nowhere used now. So there are the technologies are like keep on coming, but the concept is same. Only the syntactical representation will change. Okay. So just practice. Keep practicing. Any other questions? Adwai, do this, okay? It will be useful for you.
Yeah.
Next levels. Next level will be easy.
Mm.
Okay, Sudarshan, any questions? Nikhil?
Yeah.
Aishwarya?
Okay, so are you?
Hello, who's that? Hello, who was that? Any questions now? So if no questions, I think we can wrap up the class now. So I'll see you all on Thursday. Okay. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.